Alright, so what's poppin', everybody? It's your man, Young Ida Costello, back again with another video. Now, for the end of this week, there are so many things coming out. If you guys got some fat stacks, if you guys got some fat pockets, then you better get ready to spin, because once you guys see what is coming out, you guys probably gonna faint. Now, this video is gonna be my Will You Cop. Now, if you guys do know what my Will You Cops are, my Will You Cops is that at the end of every week, maybe like Thursday, Friday, or Saturday, I will run through the list of shoes that are coming out, and we will talk about if we will cop them, if we are sleeping on them, or if they are just some straight trash. Due to Chris being in his head all of the time, some of these shoes that you will hear about are old as fuck. That doesn't mean that these shoes aren't cool, and that doesn't mean that the value of these shoes have depleted any. It just means that these shoes are old as fuck. Please forgive Chris, because sometimes Chris is super busy, and Chris is always in his head, and when he's in the lair, ain't nothing breaking in that.
Get to the fucking video, bro. Get to the fuck.
Chris, what the fuck are you shut the fuck you, bro. Get to the video, Chris.
Fucking video.
I'm talking to these
niggas. No, shut the fuck up.
Shut the fuck up, Chris. Get to the fuck.
Shut the fuck up.
Damn.
Turn it off.
Turn
it off now.
So, without further ado, let's stop the talking. Like I always say, let's stop the talking. First of all, we gotta get into the fit, don't we? So as far as the fit, this hoodie right here is this navy blue and gray hoodie that I picked up from Nautica. And as you can see, the flannel on top is this nice little red, navy blue, tan, khaki colored flannel that I picked up from Paradise City. Now, as far as the hoodie, I am not sure if you can still get this from Nautica still, but I do know that the flannel is still up on paradisecity.com. So if you guys want to check that out, be my guest. But like we always say, sit back, relax, go to the store, pick you up some water, drink it because it helps your face stay clear, then go to McDonald's and get you a Whopper, because we are about to get it poppin'. Now, the first shoe that comes out February 11th is the Air Jordan 5 Take Flight. Now, this is definitely a weird kind of shoe in my opinion. It's not exactly weird as in looks, it's just weird as in what they replaced on the Air Jordan 5 to kind of make this shoe work. Now, as you guys see, it is like an all olive green color. It's like all olive green all over it. Then it has a little bit of hits of khaki. And then the actual iconic Air Jordan 5 netting, which is standard on every single Air Jordan 5, is actually replaced. And I believe that it's just a whole suede upper. Now, as far as this shoe, if I'm feeling it, I think the shoe looks cool. I think that it looks like a nice little different look. I mean, definitely when it comes to Jordan Brand and when it comes to how much Jordan Brand pushes out the same kind of Jordans at you all the time, it is definitely needed sometime that you change up the materials, that you collab with different kind of brands. I think that that is definitely needed, and I think that for this shoe, it is a good look. Now, as far as if I'm copying, no, because I'm not dropping 400 smackaroos on an Air Jordan 5. Yo, I don't care how premium the materials are. I'm not dropping 400 smackaroos on an Air Jordan 5. But I will say that the shoe is actually pretty nice. The shoe is looking really clean. I would like to see it in person, but I don't think that I'll ever see this shoe in person because I don't think that this shoe will hit shelves. Now, if you guys are wondering if this shoe will sit or sell out, I don't think that this shoe will sit, and I don't think that this shoe will like sell out immediately. I feel like if you guys want this shoe, especially because it's $400, I think that if you guys want this shoe and you do your due diligence, then you should be able to cop this shoe. But other than that, you will not be able to see this shoe in stores, in my opinion. Now, the next shoe that comes out in February is the Air Jordan 6 All-Star. Now, this shoe, like I said with the Air Jordan 5 Take Flight, this shoe is definitely a weird shoe because it has this weird little color tone, this weird little color palette that is definitely different in my opinion. Now, when it comes to All-Star shoes, I have never really been a fan of all the recent All-Star shoes lately. I feel like maybe 2008, 2009 to 2010 to maybe even 2011 and 2012. That was when the All-Star brand shoes, like the Nike Basketball All-Star shoes and the Jordan All-Star shoes, I feel like back in those times, that was when those shoes were real popular, and I feel like that's when those shoes were actually nicer. And I do have to be honest, lately with these new All-Star colorways in recent years, they have been some straight, complete, and utter trash. But I will say that this Air Jordan 6 took me by surprise. Now, I'm really liking that color tone with it. It kind of reminds me me of like a Charmeleon or like a Komodo dragon in a way. In the way that the shoe is holographic, it kind of reminds me of like a limited edition Pokemon card in my opinion, and I think that that is extremely dope. Now, as if I will cop it, now that is actually up in the air. I did not cop the Air Jordan 4 royalties, and I actually do want to cop those, and I will cop those. But as far as the Air Jordan 6 All-Star, I am wondering if I want to cop the shoe or not. I'm looking at more pictures, and the more pictures I look at them, the more dope they look. And also when it comes to the Air Jordan 6 All-Star, I don't think that this is a shoe that will sit, so I need to make up my mind quickly. I need to make sure that this is going to be a shoe that I cop. If I decide to cop it, I need to make sure I do my due diligence so I don't miss out on the release, because I can already tell you now, this shoe will not sit. Now the next shoe that's coming out real soon is the Air Jordan 12 OVO. Let me slide to the side a little bit. You guys already know what the Air Jordan 12 OVO is. It's the Air Jordan 12 and that all black OVO print. And when it comes to the OVO 12, back in 2016, I took a humongous L on the white OVO 12s. That is a L that I will never ever forget. But when it comes to the all black OVO 12, how am I feeling it? How am I liking it? I think that it looks cool. I think that it's looking pretty regular. I think that it's looking pretty nice. To be an OVO model, it's not really looking super fancy to me. I feel like they could have definitely done the shoe better, but I still feel like it's a real solid shoe in my opinion. Now for you guys, if you guys are really trying to cop a shoe like this, you need to be on your game. Like, you need to be on your game. You need to be on your P's and Q's. You need to do your due diligence, because if you don't, then a shoe like this will definitely slip under your hands. This shoe right here will not sit. I'm telling you that now. If they're doing raffle tickets, if they're doing like the sneakers app raffles, you need to do what you need to do to make sure that you get this shoe if you really want this shoe, because if not, then you're gonna end up paying resale price. But as for if I'm going for this shoe, no, I'm not going for this shoe, because the shoe is all black with like little hits of gold and purple, and I have so many all black shoes in my collection, and I don't need another all black shoe. So for the Air Jordan OVO 12, it's a cool shoe, but I don't need it. Now another big release that's coming out real soon is the Air Jordan 13 OG, or the Cherries. Now this shoe, let me slide to the side once again. Now this shoe in my opinion is super dope, and this shoe definitely holds some sentimental value towards me. I remember I was a sophomore in high school and I picked up this shoe. I picked it up worn. It was pretty beat, and this was the first shoe that I actually restored and had looking brand new. I had it looking super nice and super dope and super clean, but just like a lot of shoes, I had to let those go. If you guys actually look on the channel, there is a sophomore year Chris, a sophomore year Ida Costello, a sophomore year Young Bristolini with the scalped head with like a hoodie that's way too small for him, reviewing the Air Jordan 13 Cherry. So I do think that that is really dope. As far as the shoe is in like this white and red, and I think that it's a cool color, not too crazy, very simple, but then again, it's also not too basic. It looks dope enough just for you to rock and just for you to wear with a lot of stuff. So as far as if I'm copping, that actually depends on this next shoe. If I don't cop this next shoe, then I'm copping the Cherry 13s on the spot. I mean driving. I might even do a pickup vlog for you guys. But if I do end up copping this next shoe, then I'm just gonna have to wait for the Air Jordan 13s to go on sale or something, and then I'll scoop them up. As far as if I think that this shoe will sit, I do definitely think that this shoe will sit. This shoe might sit just like the Air Jordan Black Cats, but then again, I will not be surprised if this shoe moves just a little bit. But as for the Air Jordan 13 Cherry, I just feel like if you're on your game, if you're on it, then you should have no problems copying this shoe. Now the big release, the big shoe that is coming out in February that everybody has marked on their calendars, the big shoe that is coming out in February that has all the hype beast jaws dropping, the big shoe that comes out in February that really depends on whether I grab the Air Jordan 13 Cherries, is that all new black and red Yeezy 350 boost drop. Now that shoe is going to be a big shoe. That shoe is going to be definitely a big release. This one is going to be a little bit more simplistic as it's all black. The sole is all black, but then the writing on it, the letters on it, all that is going to be in red. And I definitely think that it's a good look. It looks super nice, looking real simple and looking real toned down. So I think that that's a super nice look for the shoe. I believe that the shoe is going to retail for like $220, $225. And I feel like the price for that shoe, for what you're getting, plus it having that Kanye name, plus it coming with that boost, is actually not a bad price at all. The big thing, the big question that everybody is asking is pretty much how available will it be? How many pairs will there be available to each person? Will there be millions, or will there be just a little bit again and again? And as for my thoughts, I think that this shoe will not sit. Definitely not. This shoe will fly off shelves. But as far as it being a Yeezy, I do think that it might be a little bit more easier to cop this one. If you guys have been paying attention to the way the Yeezy market has been going, the more Yeezys release, the easier they are to cop. So I feel like if you guys do your due diligence, and if you guys are on your game, and if you guys really want this release, you guys just might be able to do it. Now, as for me, if I'm gonna cop, I'm definitely going after this shoe. I definitely need a pair of Yeezys for the collection. I definitely want to showcase a pair of Yeezys for the channel. So, whatever day these bad boys come out, mark me down, because I am copping. I mean, goodness gracious. All the L's 2016 gave me when it came to Yeezys. This is the first Yeezy that is coming out in 2017. God damn it, bro. I'm not taking another L, bro, for real. But all right, everybody, that is the end of this video. Will you cop? We've seen 13s, we've seen 12s, we've seen 6's, and we've seen Yeezys. Will you cop? Will you sleep? Will you not? Put that in the comment section down below. I definitely appreciate you guys for watching as always. New videos are coming real soon, as well as new videos for the second channel, so just stay tuned for that. But without further ado, like I always say, blessings, 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 and see you later. Chris, out.